Style, tech, and city-savvy smarts all rolled into one. That's the all-new, redesigned 2025 Nissan Kicks. Hello, Frozen Car Nation, and welcome to another edition of Frozen Car Kings. I'm your Chrome Knight, and as always with me is...
the Chrome King. Whether you just stumbled in looking for cool rides, or you've been tuning in from our humble beginnings, hit subscribe, like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we're checking out the 2025 Kicks, Nissan's urban ninja of a crossover with a starting MSRP of around 27,199 Canadian dollars before taxes and fees.
Now, before we sink our teeth into this stylish little beast, we'd like to pass our sincerest thanks once again to our friends over at Northside Nissan right here in Edmonton for letting us get our hands on this playful little SUV. I mean, look at those sharp V-motion grille lines, LED headlights that almost wink at you, and those optional two-tone roofs. City chic meets playful mischief.
And don't sleep on those 17-inch alloys, filling the arches nicely without screaming, "Look at me!" Perfect for tight parking, curbside heroics, or just feeling like the mayor of your block.
Now, under the hood, we've got ourselves a peppy 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine with a continuously variable transmission, or CVT for short, pushing out 122 horsepower. Not a drag race champion, but it scoots around town like a pro. Fuel economy? Stellar! Your wallet will thank you at every gas stop.
Step inside. Surprisingly roomy. Tech goodies include an 8-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a ton of driver assistance features. It's clever without overwhelming, and honestly, it's fun to just poke around in here.
All right, now for everyone's favorite part of the show, Rivals time. And please note, all MSRPs are in Canadian and before taxes and fees. First, the 2026 Honda HR-V. Now, we realize there's a year's difference. However, when it comes down to it, the competitiveness is still there. Slightly bigger and practical with a bigger interior, smart storage, reliable handling. MSRP starting around $30,300. If you want a little more space but still need city agility, this one's your friend.
Next up, the 2025 Hyundai Kona. Bold looks, tech-savvy cabin, fun to drive. MSRP starting at around $26,499. Perfect if you want your SUV to have personality and gadgets.
The 2025 Corolla Cross. I'm a massive Toyota fan, as those of you faithful viewers already know. Here you have durability, reliability, and of course efficiency. MSRP starting at around $27,920. Great for anyone who values dependability and wants a straightforward, safe ride.
And as always, for our domestic lovers out there, the 2025 Chevrolet Trax. Compact, nimble, city approved, MSRP starting at around $24,699. Simple, practical, no nonsense. Does exactly what it says on the tin.
Now, each has its perks, but the Kicks, effortless, stylish, and genuinely fun in the city.
The seats are comfy, rear legroom better than expected, fold flat cargo keeps life flexible, controls intuitive, material solid, tech easy to navigate.
Now, city streets are calling. Steering is light, cornering is predictable, and tight turns? No sweat. Highway? Smooth, CVT, cabin quiet. The Kicks just flows because balance is the magic word. Not the biggest, not the fastest, but confident, cheerful, and fun to drive.
Inside, thoughtful touches everywhere. Seats, storage, controls, infotainment, easy accessible and intuitive.
On the road, tight corners are a breeze. City errands? Child's play. Smooth CVT shifts and brakes predictable. It's calm, composed, and efficient.
Safety tech, you might ask? All there. Automatic emergency braking, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert. Confidence is just built in.
Again, with a starting MSRP of around 27,199 Canadian before taxes and fees, it's a fair price for a practical, city-ready, and fun vehicle to drive. Small price for big personality, right? So, Mr. King, what are your thoughts about the 2025 Nissan Kicks by chance?
Well, Mr. Knight, I want to clear up a couple of things. So originally, the Nissan Kicks, before this brand new redesign, has now been converted into the Kicks Play. So let's not confuse the two. This is a brand new vehicle. And personally, I mean, if you can't get into basically a Murano or a Rogue, this is going to be your next best option. It's got obviously a little bit less space than the other two, but it does pretty much all the other things that those other vehicles, when buyers go out to buy them, are looking for. I really like the inside. The cabin is really nice, roomy. I love that 8-inch touchscreen. I'm not too big of a fan of the front grille. I don't know what it is with those, horizontal lines all the way across the front. But I really do like the back of the vehicle. I think the rear side looks very nice and modern. So, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of torn between how this thing looks in the front. But, I mean, you're not going to see too much of that when you're driving. So, I mean, overall, a nice, solid little ride.
Having seen this car up close and personal, it's a cute car. It's a cute SUV. And I mean, living in the city of Edmonton, our winters here can be just epic sometimes, especially with the snow. So if you're looking at getting into, an entry SUV of some kind, this is a good place to start, Me personally, I actually like the front of the vehicle, the front grille. To me, it looks sharp. It looks cool. It's a different design. And as you pointed out, it's a completely revamped vehicle. And in fact, for the 2025 model year, compared to the previous, to where, as you mentioned, they've taken the original model and turned it into the Kicks Play. But again, when it comes down to it, if you can't afford to get, into a Rogue, into a Murano, into a Pathfinder, if you're starting out that you want to get, dare I say, a compact size SUV or, a smaller SUV, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at this, to go to your nearest Nissan dealership, have a look, and even check out the competitors as well. And, do your own comparison too. That's what I think. And
let's also not forget that this vehicle does come in all-wheel drive, which is very important, especially in any city that gets a lot of snow or long winters. You got that extra control, and the Kicks Play, the original Kicks model, did not come in an all-wheel drive version. So that's probably the biggest feature and difference between the two vehicles. But like I said, this is technically a completely different vehicle altogether. Well, it's that time. Verdict time. Stylish, tech-equipped, city-savvy, and fun. Rivals bring perks, but the 2025 Nissan Kicks turns everyday driving into a fun little adventure.
That's it for us. As always, I'm your Chrome Knight.
And I'm the Chrome King. Please drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell us which model you'd choose and how you'd load up your Kicks. Subscribe for more real-world reviews, and we'll see you next time on Frozen Car Kings.
Until then, thank you kindly once again, and safe drive everywhere you drive.